What happens when a nation once dependent on foreign powers decides to stand on its own feet? When technology, politics, and survival come together in the skies? South Korea's KF-21 Boramae is not just a new fighter jet. It's the bold declaration of a rising power. South Korea's geography is unforgiving. To the north lies North Korea, armed with missiles and nuclear ambitions. To the west, China is rapidly expanding its air force. To the east, Japan fields some of the most advanced jets in Asia. Historically, South Korea's air force relied on U.S. aircraft, F-5 Tigers, F-4 Phantoms, F-16 Fighting Falcons, and F-15K Slam Eagles. But dependency came at a price: expensive contracts, restrictions on upgrades, and limited control over technology. The F-35 offered stealth, but at enormous cost, and America controlled the software and maintenance pipelines. For South Korea, true air sovereignty demanded an indigenous solution. South Korea's decision to develop its own fighter jet was not just a matter of prestige, but a necessity shaped by both regional threats and long-term strategic goals. For decades, the Republic of Korea Air Force relied on imported aircraft such as the American F-16s and European designs. While effective, this reliance created vulnerabilities. National defense autonomy became a critical concern. Modern conflicts demand rapid responses, and waiting for foreign suppliers to provide spare parts. Upgrades or new systems could leave South Korea exposed. Additionally, imported jets often came with restrictions on technology transfer, limiting Seoul's ability to customize aircraft to meet its unique operational needs. On top of that, North Korea's advancing missile programs, frequent provocations, and large fleet of aging but numerous aircraft pushed South Korea to seek a next-generation solution optimized for its own geography and security environment. By pursuing an indigenous fighter, South Korea aimed not only to reduce dependence on allies, but also to stimulate its domestic defense industry, creating high-tech jobs, advancing aerospace capabilities, and opening doors to international exports. In essence, the program was as much about protecting the skies as it was about ensuring long-term economic and technological sovereignty. The origins of the KF-X program, later officially named the KF-21 Boramae, meaning Young Hawk, trace back to South Korea's ambition in the early 2000s to create a fighter jet that could bridge the gap between fourth and fifth generation aircraft. The project, initially called KF-X, was envisioned as a way to replace the aging F-4 Phantom IIs and F-5 Tigers in the South Korean Air Force while reducing dependence on foreign suppliers. However, bringing this vision to life was far from simple. Developing an advanced fighter from scratch required massive financial investment, international collaboration, and access to critical technologies. After years of feasibility studies, political debates, and negotiations, South Korea partnered with Indonesia as a co-developer in 2010, agreeing to share costs and eventual production benefits. The KF-X program officially began under the Korea Aerospace Industries, KAI, with U.S. defense contractors providing limited support for some subsystems. By 2015, the project gained momentum, and in 2021, the prototype was finally unveiled, rebranded as the KF-21 Boramae. This moment symbolized South Korea's entry into the elite group of nations capable of designing and producing advanced multi-role fighters, an achievement that was both technological and strategic in its implications. The KF-21 Boramae was conceived with a design philosophy focused on balance, bridging affordability, advanced capability, and future adaptability. Unlike a full fifth-generation stealth fighter such as the F-35, the KF-21 was intentionally designed as a 4.5-generation platform, offering stealth-inspired features without the extreme costs and complexities of full stealth integration. Its airframe incorporates reduced radar cross-section shaping, internal sensors, and low observable coatings, but it carries weapons externally in its initial versions to keep costs manageable. Engineers at Korea Aerospace Industries, KAI, emphasized a modular architecture, allowing the aircraft to be upgraded over time with new avionics, electronic warfare systems, and potentially internal weapon bays in later blocks. The jet's design also prioritizes multirole flexibility, meaning it can perform air superiority, ground attack, and maritime strike missions effectively within the Korean Peninsula's contested airspace. Furthermore, the KF-21 was developed with interoperability in mind, ensuring it can integrate seamlessly with allied forces and advanced weapon systems. At its core, the KF-21's design reflects South Korea's strategic need: an advanced, cost-effective fighter that enhances self-reliance while still being adaptable enough to compete with modern adversaries and remain relevant well into the future. At the heart of the KF-21 Boramae lies its powerful propulsion system, designed to give the aircraft both speed and agility in contested airspace. The jet is powered by two General Electric F414 GE 400K turbofan engines, the same engine family that equips advanced fighters like the FA-18 Super Hornet and Saab Gripen E. Each engine generates approximately 22,000 pounds of thrust, providing the KF-21 with a combined thrust of over 44,000 pounds, more than enough to support supersonic flight without afterburners in certain conditions. This twin-engine configuration was deliberately chosen to ensure greater reliability and survivability, especially crucial in high-risk combat zones where a single-engine failure could be catastrophic. In terms of performance, the KF-21 has a top speed of around Mach 1.8, with a combat radius exceeding 1,000 kilometers, making it well-suited for both defensive patrols and offensive strike missions across the Korean Peninsula. Its service ceiling reaches approximately 55,000 feet, allowing it to operate at high altitudes for superior situational awareness. Advanced fly-by-wire controls and a digital cockpit provide pilots with exceptional handling and situational awareness, while its aerodynamic design enhances maneuverability in dogfighting scenarios. Overall, the KF-21's engine and performance profile demonstrate South Korea's goal of building a fighter that not only competes with fourth-generation aircraft, but also positions itself as a cost-effective rival to fifth-generation platforms, delivering speed, endurance, and versatility without the price tag of fully stealth-focused jets. The Boramae is fitted with an ASA radar, active electronically scanned array, developed domestically, a critical milestone in South Korea's aerospace progress. It also includes infrared search and track (IRST) systems, advanced electronic warfare suites, and sensor fusion technology that gives pilots a clear, real-time battlefield picture. A glass cockpit with wide-area displays and voice command integration enhances situational awareness and pilot efficiency. The KF-21 can carry a versatile weapons package of up to 7.7 tons. This includes air-to-air missiles like AIM-120 AMRAAM and Meteor Beyond Visual Range missiles, air-to-ground munitions such as JDAMs, precision-guided bombs, and cruise missiles, anti-ship capabilities for maritime defense. Initially, weapons are carried externally, but later blocks may feature internal bays for enhanced stealth. The KF-21 is more than just a fighter jet. It's a symbol of independence. For South Korea, it reduces reliance on US and European suppliers, strengthens deterrence against North Korea, and opens opportunities for defense exports. For Indonesia, the partnership offers access to advanced aviation technology and shared production benefits. The Boramae also serves as a stepping stone toward developing a true fifth-generation fighter in the future. The KF-21 Boramae is more than a jet. It is South Korea's leap into the future. From dependency on American aircraft to designing its own cutting-edge fighter, the journey reflects ambition, resilience, and vision.